On this episode of Catching Up with Shayne, I talk with my friends, the supremely talented forces of nature, Jalene Robinson and Chantel Jackson. Enjoy. Hey, baby.
Hi.
Talk and tell the people them say me I call Julie Mango from
Day one.
year one. And it's okay, Julie Mango has taken that name and that's amazing. She's lovely. But I'm from she may get it. You are my original Julie. Just say, where is Miss Jackson? Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for me. Remember that song there? What's up? Bye. That's something, yeah.
It's delicious.
Them do me a wicked act. A good thing I just buy the dentures last week. Remember right there.
Shayne, you look good.
Thank you, baby.
How come your background looks so nice? Me want my background look nice too.
Listen, I'm in the trees, the forest.
Let me see.
There you go.
Me in my background?
It's the background in front of I was not a background, that was a foreground.
Life and I just back here, but I am here. Okay.
Oh yes. Yeah, into
Hey, Jules. Hey, Bill.
Hi, gorgeous.
I drink the water.
I like this first.
Shayne, your one, mine and your one don't look the same.
Because mine real. It's a real backdrop.
Oh, it's a real backdrop. Okay, come on.
It's not real. It's not real, Jalene. I make him tricky. It's not real.
No. As in, it's not a I can touch it.
Oh, that you mean real?
Yeah, it's not a Zoom created backdrop.
Oh, I know the AI.
Okay. Let me X out of this then, please. Hi.
Hello, lovely ladies. I was very excited about this. I love that we have become versions of ourselves that has taken us to different parts of the world and that we're doing what we're doing. We can definitely talk about the, finer details of that. But on a grand scale, I'm like, say, Chantal de Guadeloupe, Jalene de London, Shayne de in Connecticut at the moment, and what has brought us together, what holds us together is a tiny little island, Jamaica, the land of our birth. But there's just so much to that. There's so much to that, from the eyes of people, younger probably, or who dream of doing a version of what we do based on what it looks like in their minds. They must probably saying, wow, yeah, one did this, so one did that. But we're there. And the experience is, it's a lot. And every time, and that's why I think it's important for us to just check in and be like, yo, what one? So I guess that was my preamble to ask you, how are you?
I am grateful. I have been on an interesting journey. Between like the last few months to now, or let me say, in leaving Guadeloupe last year, in that time to now being back in Guadeloupe, I have been right now in this moment, I've been on a very interesting spiritual journey. And I am grateful for that. The industry that we've chosen is an unforgiving one, but it is also I think one of the best things God could have blessed us with. The ability to create, the ability to tell stories, the ability to impact lives. And what's interesting is that while we are discovering these different characters and becoming these different people, we are, discovering our own character and who we are. And we are existing in different worlds while, evolving in our own. And as I get older and I'm approaching my birthday, I am grateful for life and life's lessons. And I am learning that every disappointment is an appointment. And I understand that now. And I'm understanding timing and God's timing. And I'm going to refer to God a lot because, as I said, I'm on a very interesting spiritual journey. And I've had to endure a lot to get to where I am now. And even now I'm still, experiencing things, but I'm going through them with a lot less anxiety. And a lot less stress. And I am grateful for that. Yeah, I'm in a season of gratitude. That's how I am feeling.
That's awesome. And that was very truthful, because, and I'm not managing what you're saying at all. I'm just saying what jumped out at me. You started with gratitude, and then you went into all of that, and you went here, did it, and you just naturally ended with gratitude. So I was saying it's very honest, because even without, rehearsing it, that's just what came out of you. You said you just like gratitude, and then you talk and talk and talk, and you said everything, and you did the eyes and nose, and you said, I just feel gratitude. So said that I come out of your soul.
Yeah.
So that's nice. I love that. Julia, look tight.
I am.
Mm.
I really wanted to reschedule this.
Mm.
I'm going to be very honest. I really wanted to reschedule. But you asked, and I will always show up for you all, and you all meaning you know who the alls are. And that is irrelevant. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't have a lot of language for where I'm sitting nowadays. There is a lot going on that you, Shayne, I don't know if you're aware of. And even if you are aware of some of it, you might not be aware of all of the things that are going on this side of the world. And I'm not sitting in oh my God, everything is so great, and I have a positive outlook on life at this moment. I am. That's all. That's where I am. I cannot. There's the fact that I'm existing at this moment is an incredible feat.
Yeah. Wow.
That's all I have.
And trust me, and that is perfect. That's it. That's it. And wow. I'll say this. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you, Jeline, for showing up. I respect that. As you were saying it, I was like, oh shit, probably I should have, and I started thinking in my head, oh, did I. And then I was like, you know what, Shayne, that is not why she's saying it. And that's not something for you to put on you. I made a request, and out of the greatness of your character, you decided to show up, even though. And you know that if you said, shh, enough, it would be, I would not hesitate to say, yeah, fine, no problem. You know that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
out of the greatness of your character, you say, you know what? In a sense, fuck self, may I show up for Shayne.
That's some of why I'm here today. But also it's also a little bit of I love you all.
Yeah,
And
love is food.
in a world where it can be very, very difficult and very, very hard and very, very interesting and very, very unpredictable and unforgiving, I find that I'm constantly coming back to a place where I know I am loved purely because you all exist.
Mm.
And knowing that you are loved in a world that is testing that resolve, it's important to be in community with those people, regardless of where you are sitting.
Of
Because
late,
gift goes both ways.
it has been very heavy on my spirit. Not heavy, but just like in the forefront of my mind every day, like, yo, one of the greatest blessings you have in a Shayne are your friend them. The people
Yeah.
in your life will love you, and I have a great circle of them. When I tell you, I'm more like, for anyone who is younger than I am, who don't know this yet, and you might look at where like the three of us are and say, yo, them are do what we want to do. Saying that to say, having what I have and having what I've experienced and being where I am, being in Hollywood, going to LA Film School, working with all the stuff, all that jazz, nothing is more valuable than this what me I do right here. So no matter how much money, no matter how much success, no matter what we are doing here, that is light in the darkest times. I may I tell you that from experience, because you too have been on the phone with me in some of my roughest times, darkest times.
Okay. Yeah.
And it just made me realize, and then too, being here in America, I realize, say, yo, what we share is rare. People are not friends like this. This is not a typical thing that we have here. And so, like a lot of the time, I say, yo, a goal you have, like, you cherish that, take care of it. So yes, I get that. I get it. And so, I just say you there. I just say you there.
Yeah.
And
I am deep, deep, deep in the recesses of my soul. I'm okay.
mm. I love
Can
that.
I say something?
Of course.
Jillian, when you started speaking, toughen up my face and toughen up my body, because I know And I might not know everything, and Shayne might not know everything, but we know, and I know. And I know you said, you know, you turn up, you know, you turn up for Shayne, you turn up for us, and, you know, this circle of love and support. But the mere fact that you are here, if you had said reschedule, I would have completely it would have made so much sense to me. It would have made a lot of sense to me. Like, it almost makes more sense for you to reschedule than to be here. The fact that you chose to be here and you're speaking and you're smiling and you have no idea how much of an inspiration you are to us. Because you are.
And
And
she's so divinely. She
you are
is
so
so
divine.
divinely. Is it?
And the fact say you just go through it, because in the fact that you say deep down at the core of you, you are okay, tells me that deep down at the core of you, you know it will be okay. And you know that having this family unit will help you to get there. The fact say not give up, the fact say not choose for just do this, which I do very easily, just because, you know, it's easier to deal with when you're hidden or you think it is. But the fact that you turned up, I just feel like you're supernatural. I'm just, yeah.
The
Maybe
things
just,
that we know Julene has gone through. She's in that realm. And it's actually interesting too. And I think that kind of takes us to the, you know, like a different talk. My perception of you both. Julene is the divine one. Like she's very connected to spirit, and whatever spirit is and however spirit manifests and the way she speaks, it's very grounded in a soulful kind of extraterrestrial kind of energy. You know, she's who I come to for that. Oh, I'm studying archetypes in in class now, and she's the sage archetype for me. And the sage is one grounded, knowledgeable, you know, that kind of energy. That's Julene for me. That's how that's, you know, through my eyes and my over time with her, that's the friend. That's my sage friend, you know. But it doesn't mean that she always has it together. Absolutely not. It doesn't mean that she doesn't go through what she goes through. Absolutely not. But in it all, deep, 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 she know she's okay. And that's it. You know what I mean? Only Julene would put it like that. Only Julene. And I just love that. I love that about her, and I love that for her. How do I see Chantal? Chantal is my Chantal, I mean, listen, in a corner, just ready for a reason with me, talk me through it. She the one where I got the if me there the starting line, she gonna be the one, right? Come, Shayne. Yes, you have this, you know you can do this. You did it. She's that person. She's a very active energy force. You know what I mean? She's there, she's peppery, you know, it's that kind of energy. And it's a very celebratory, positive loving energy. And it's invigorating, actually. It's when we talk to you, I become alive. And I become alive in a internal way, in my heart, in my soul. You quicken my soul. I'm like, yes, all right. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, yeah, all right. I feel like we can tap dance now. Oh, you understand? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a shout out for me. Yeah. So we can go on the circle.
That nicey?
Mm.
Oh, that's very nice. Shayne for me. Shayne is, I was talking to someone recently and I was trying to explain an experience to them. And I said, I was talking to my friend and it felt like God was speaking through that person to me. And I always feel that way when I speak to this person. And that's Shayne. I feel like Shayne is a vessel through which, God and the universe communicates to me. Shayne is somewhat of an enigma. He loves life and lives in this world, but at the same time, I feel like he exists outside of it. It's like I don't have the words. I don't have all the right words, but Shayne for me is a gift, I think. I believe that Shayne was sent. I believe that you were sent. And you keep me connected with God and with life. And you are so encouraging. And even Shayne, even when me know you are go through it, like when you go through it, you smile. And I'm like, knowing all me stay, I couldn't smile. I would be like, would I need you to come scrape me off of the ground? I've never seen you in a situation where you need to be picked up off the ground, even when you are on the ground. Like you're dip on the ground, but you're dip on top of the ground. You know what I mean? You're not flat out and need for shovel up. And the fact that you're able to do that, it never ceases to amaze me. It never ceases to amaze me. And I love you and I try my very best to learn from you because I feel like you have so much to offer and you just continue to give of yourself. And I'm grateful for you. And I thank God for the gifts that you are. And my Julie bug. Julian, I don't know, like, your breakthrough are gonna be like one when none we never. Like we can't say, oh, this will happen, but it'll go way beyond that. It'll go way beyond that. The night woman, the fact that the night woman came out of you, you're an angel among us. And I know sometimes things rough, but then them say like a diamond go through enough things before it start shine. Like when them dig it up for a way down a one part somewhere and them have to do one will for something and then it sparkle. And that's you. And you always sparkle. Always. Like, I don't know of anyone who is like you or close to you. Like you're standalone. And that just speaks to how divine you are and your divinity. What word that divinity? That speaks to you. I'ma just like become a no, and we are so close and we are friends. And when I pray for you guys, I pray for my friends who are like family, because even today being Mother's Day, and I reached out to some of my mothers and I had to explain to them, you know, the definition of mother goes far beyond someone who gives birth. You are family. And the fact that God has blessed me with this family, it just made me know, say me I go, like I'm already all right. Like I'm already good. Because I have supernatural beings around me. That's who the both of you are.
You know, I was not expecting it to be this. I don't remember how I met Shayne.
Me neither.
But I do remember the first time I saw Shayne. Like, saw and say, I see you. And it was in Squeegee Boy.
Mm.
And I never forgot. I never spoke to you. I think I never actually interacted with you until maybe like Tapestry, Fabian Thomas era. But I remember coming and seeing you in Squeegee Boy, and I thought, wow.
The monologue, right?
Yeah, with the windscreen wiper.
Uh,
And I remember thinking, wow, who's that? There is a light just shining from you as a human being. And then I got the privilege of playing alongside you in couples therapy. I think that's when we actually got to know each other in couples therapy, when we were alongside each other. And I remember feeling safe enough to unleash beside you. And then I got to know you more and more. And you know, I say this when I talk about all of us. There is something that I find so valuable amongst us, is that we are constantly evolving reflections of each other.
mm.
So we are all taking these huge, incredible risks. We're all betting on ourselves in a way that is unique. Like there is no, the life that Shayne is leading and the life that Prinny is leading and the life that I'm leading and the life that Shamlin is leading. And it's all so specific, and the fact that we have all decided to bet on ourselves for good or for bad or for whatever is going to happen. But to do that act it requires such bravery, and the fact that you are all doing it means that you're constantly an inspiration, because I can see the details of the agony that's involved in that risk. And we don't know who we're going to become.
Mm.
And the beautiful thing about being friends with you all is I don't care who you become, because I've had the privilege and the honor of sitting beside you while you become it. And that is one of the biggest gifts I could ever ask for. And Shayne is over there in New York. And when I talk to you, and sometimes I don't have to say anything, you talk yourself into your optimism. You talk yourself into the place that is necessary for you to move forward. And I have found that while the world is falling apart, I now I'm able to sometimes talk myself into my own optimism purely because I've seen you do it so many times. And when Prinny talks about how, you've never had to be scraped off the ground, it's because while you're laying down there, you are able to think and speak your way into a place that allows you to get up. And we don't all have that. We don't all have that skill and ability. And the way the world is, if the day comes where you are on the ground and you are unable to talk yourself or think yourself or be yourself, to scrape yourself off of the ground, I am honored to be integrated in your life, and it would be a pleasure to scrape you off that ground. May you never get there, but the fact, because if that does happen, it means you have evolved into another version of yourself that you were not prepared for, one that you didn't see coming, and that meant you need to lay down a little bit longer. Do you know what I mean? And to have the privilege to sit down there with you and to be with you as you rise, that is an honor that I don't take for granted.
Wow.
I don't take that for granted.
Yes, this this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I'm talking about. She speaks, and I've said this to you before, that anytime I talk to you, I feel like I'm gonna get like 1 hour go gas station, and you just get full up, and you say, "All right, you really feed my soul," and I'm gonna let you do the same for Shanta, but I'm gonna have to like close and come back in. So it's important for us to hear how we're received from others, I believe. Because in hearing you guys say those things, it makes me conscious of some of my own superpowers, because we all have superpowers that sometimes we use only for others, but we need to use it for yourself. So just because you guys said that a while ago, and you connected over the fact that I'm able to speak myself out of, flatlining, when I am flatlining, I'll remember that. Because I guess I just used to do it out of, natural instinct. But I would sometimes feel like I'm just flatlining and just, in a rut. But now that you guys have expressed that to me as something that I do, I'll remind myself, and I'll be conscious of like, all right, no, And so what it does is probably just, it emboldens, emboldens me. And so I think that's what it does when we hear each other speak about each other.
Renee, I remember when my grandmother died and the squad came to the funeral. And I don't think I knew Shayne. I don't think Shayne was there at the time. But I remember when I went up to read the eulogy from my grandmother, and I remember how Prinny was on fire. I remember when the seat, the bench that one of them sit on shifted in the church, that you could hear, because I was a little bit out of it, but I remember when I went up and I started to read my eulogy, and the bench shifted. And I clocked Prinny, because Prinny was the most active energetically in that space. And I knew if anything went down, I'd be okay. I knew And there's nothing like, I don't think when you say you all are my family, I was in a church filled with my family, and none of them were as activated as the people on the bench. And I will never forget it. And I would always show up for all of you long before that moment. But you see that moment there? See that moment there? I will never forget it. And it allowed me to feel brave enough to say what I said and do what I did, because now I stand as a person who can do things like that. Because I've done it before and I was protected. And even if all those people are not present in this moment to protect me, I am protected because they exist. Because me know say if I come battered and bruised, if there's nobody to fight, they will mend me. They will tend to me. And if somebody didn't fight, they might get fight. And there's nothing. It's heartbreaking to think that there are places out there and lives that we have all lived in some way where you all have showed up as family more than family have. And in my eye, in my memory, in my brain, I saw Prinny. Because I know when everybody shifts, it's a shift, but Mr. Prinny, I must say, so, all right. We can go through. We're up on the battlefield, but we can't go through. And I think sometimes Prinny don't recognize how much of a warrior she is, and that's okay. I think you will eventually come into that realization, and I think you are coming into that realization in a lot of ways. And I think all of us have that warrior energy inside of us. But when I think of Prinny and I think of her bubbliness and her energy and that energeticness that you speak about, Shayne, but I think oftentimes we you know, I say oftentimes, but I feel like sometimes we don't recognize how much of a warrior that same energy is. It's the kind of warrior that will allow you to go through the things that you have gone through in Portmore and still come out at the other end.
Yeah.
I have sat and have listened to the ways in which people have actively gone out of their way to dim that light, that very thing that makes you special and important and valuable and needed. And all of the intricate things that you have had to do to make sure that you exist on the other side of that. And some days when I walk on the streets and I'm like, this shit is fucked up. All of this is bullshit. But I'm like, you know what? I'm loved by people who are warriors. So how are you going to show up now? How are you going to walk into this room? Because remember, if Prinny day or somebody, I get licked down. So where we there from? And I didn't have that before. I didn't have the capacity before to actually hold those things in active moments of my life. But I am able to do that now because you all have constantly showed up as you are in every single moment of your life, the good, the bad, the ugly. And it makes you in particular, Prinny, very powerful. And I don't want you to, I don't know if you've ever equate that energetic, bubbly, excited, inspirational, put life into part of yourself as the part of yourself that also fights.
Yeah. True.
Because that's the
They
part they
feed each
always
other.
come for.
They feed each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, that's the part. If you look at your life, that's the part that they always come for. They come for that thing. And I don't know if you realize, a part of you do recognize that that thing is so important and valuable inside of you that you have always fought for it and with it. Whether that is extracting that energy so that one can experience the absence of that life, or using that very energy as the thing that will activate you to move through. And that, again, when you said, we inspire each other, because that allows me to sit over here and see you do that and know that anytime somebody come for something about you, it's the thing that makes you special and it's the thing that you should fight for. And I'm now having understandings of that because I have seen you live and I've seen you be. And I genuinely do not know a single person who loves as deeply, as widely, as authentically and purely as you do. I've yet to find that person. And I feel valuable and important and special because I have the privilege of experiencing that.
Guys,
Anybody who gets for love you, or you love, something special about them.
yeah. Not to mention, if and when she do settle down and say, I you want to give my whole love to, as a unit, as a person, as a lover, may I tell you no, whether that person happens to be, if you don't know who you have on your hand, and I just literally did a post about this on Instagram yesterday, and you fumble the bag that is Chantal Jackson.
Yeah. You fumble.
You're
You fumble bad. Bad.
I have a friend, so if I boost up our ego, we attack real thing from the art. You understand? That's how I'm back, I fumble. But anyways, we digress. I wanted to say, Julie, based on what you just said, don't we realize how massive love is? Like, I know one little something, because you were saying that and talking about Chantal in a way when I said, bro, the way Chantal love me, it make you feel special. You say, no, I want special things to happen. And then you talk a while, like I say, wait, then she can love you big so? The way she love me big so? And it just made me, and then me know say she love Shani big so, like, there's so many other people in her life. And me I say, ratted from this one little Marga girl, I love big so. And it just resonated with me a while ago. Say, yo, love is massive.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah.
A massive thing. I like that. That nice.
I do feel loved because I know you all. I do. And I've never, I have had in the past few weeks had to sit with a deep understanding of that. Many people want to be loved. I have wanted to be loved, not recognizing how vastly I was actually loved. And when you know that, you move through the world differently. You have to move through the world differently. And I'm grateful that I now know.
And that is why they say love, God is love. Because in the concept of God that we grew up learning, God is almighty, all powerful, all everything, the grandest of them all. And if God is love, that means love is this all-knowing, everything grandest of them all. And it's
Yeah.
not until now that I'm older that I'm saying, wow, I'm really, you know, and I'm saying it was today years old where that me learned that. Like, I always know say love was big, but just in this moment, just hearing you talk, I was like, yo, I feel like I just get a better understanding of how the scope of how grand love is, and realizing that it's infinity and my eyes can't see the borders of love.
Yeah.
I think before I may say, oh yeah, I can say love go as far as the sun. I can see the border, but no, I just realize that love has no borders.
Yeah.
Proper love, true love. Because I love when we love each other in the years to come, it can still get deeper
Yeah.
and wider.
It will. And it will.
Yeah.
Like love has no limits. It's almost like I always say the sky is not my limit, because if I say the sky is my limit, I feel like I'm still putting a limit because I'm putting it to the sky. So I just say that I have no limits. I will go and go until I die. But that is so interesting. I love no,
Let me tell you something.
love no deep.
When Chantal lived with me in LA for a couple of months, let me tell you something. You couldn't tell me, say any love bigger than that. Chantal and I were yin and yang. Like, I've said this to this day, I've lived with a few people, and by far, favorite. And
We
I've
can't
lived
tell us
with,
about that still, you know.
huh?
That's excluded.
Listen, man, but no, we come on, tell a little bit about that. But it when I tell you, just amazing experience, and I think about how much we were just so, you know, in sync, and just have like one of the best times of my life. And I loved her passionately then, and I look at her now today, and I love her even more. I mean, never know, say love could get no deeper than what we had in that moment, because we were.
Yeah.
Julene. No, me tired because you know, see, you can't talk to me when I talk about little sex and stuff. Let me tell you,
Oh my God.
we so in sync.
Hilarious.
Let me tell you something, Julene. One thing about we, and I want to try not to digress, but I also remember Julene is somebody that said to me, Shayne, you should masturbate. And I need for you to do something different. Do something different that you haven't done. You understand? Try something different, you know. And because I was saying, and that's the thing, with the friendships that we have, yeah, we're talking about all the good things and the nice things and the mushy things, and we love it. We have a level of trust, so we can just reason with each other. You understand? And the way me reason with Uno, it's like no filter, no bars. Like, you understand? So I can have, and I think that's also important to have friends that you can have them conversation with. It's very important. And so I remember when you told me that, I was like, yeah. And I did try it. And I think I come back to you after and say, yeah, it feels, yeah. You understand?
Ah.
I love that. So anyways, we are Chantal, there's something now, Elaine. And when I tell you, we were so in sync. Chantal and I, you know, we are decent looking people. We are going around and we're going to make connections. And we're, you understand? So we do a thing and we go boom, bam, bang. And we say, yo, again, just how in sync. Whenever, because we're both living together. So if we have a house visitor come, we tell each other. It so happened, both of we have house visitor come, same time, same night. We say, wow, wow, wow. Now, because of how giving we are, she never said to me, all right, nobody can come around, no. I mean, we were like, we'll find a way to make it happen. You understand? We do it. Work out, bam, 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 bam. Neither house guests saw each other. Shayne and Chantal had our fun. Because I so, let me tell you, Julene, best time. And
I'm really glad to hear that. That's yummy.
And that's just a tip of the iceberg. Like the amount of fun we have at that place. And we went through trials and tribulations
Oh
together.
yeah.
It was just a wholesome experience. Wholesome experience. I mean, I tell you, man, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I think the most time on a constant basis that I've spent around is like when we're in rehearsals, Julian.
Yeah.
And the last time being mountaintop, which was
Yeah, that was yummy. That was
That
good.
I
was
want to say the same exact word. Was
the
so yummy.
mountaintop was,
I still talk about
I
that
think
today.
that's my best performance
Yeah, I
today.
always say that.
That's my best work, in my personal opinion. The mountaintop, my best work to date. And what's interesting is, I'm not gonna say it did come easy, but I remember the very first rehearsal of it. I was so confident. It's like say me did do this from Broadway 5 years ago. I mean, I said, oh, mama said me can't refresh my memory. I was so confident going into that rehearsal and preparing for that show. It baffles me how confident I was, because I had every reason not to be as confident. One, I did Patrick Brown, who like, I love him to death and he love me to death, but he is a brutal director. I mean, no say him we tear you right down and then kiss up on your forehead and say, come again. That's one. Two, the scripts. I never know play script that. You understand? You have to accent. There was no intermission. So you just know, so you have to know everything one time. And there was so many, because it was a mystical piece, there was so much to do. Me, I work with a renowned veteran actor. Like, I had every reason to doubt myself, even if I want a little top adult. And I was so confident.
Pick up Alwyn Scott.
That was another
Scott
game.
time last name, right?
Scott, yes.
Yes, Alwyn
That
Scott.
Shayne was another game. And that's how me know, say, God talk through you. Because him drop that in your spirits.
God talk to us.
Listen.
Do you remember, Jolene? It was so many years ago. We were on a Skype call. I
I
remember that.
remember.
On
Yeah.
a
I
Skype
still
call,
think,
me and Jolene, late night. Because, yeah, come on to understand how real life is. I was on. I never suffer coming to America. But for a part of my time here, I lived in a family house, and I was in my bedroom was the living room on my earbed. You understand? Again, may only say them something because I want people understand. Say, listen, it's not all rosy or whatever. But I was okay. I was good. I used to blow up that bed and sleep comfortably and talk to my friend all the way in London on Skype. And together we came up with the idea just because she and I wanted to work. I said, no, Julie, maybe if we do something together. A long time we not do something together. We find a two-hand now. And that's how that came about. I contacted Carl Williams because, Carl is just amazing mind and just know everything theater. I was like, Carl, I want a solid two-hand that me and Julian can do. And he sent me a few options, and Mountaintop, I saw, loved it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to Julian with it. And she said, yeah. And that's how that was the genesis, the birth of that. And then forget to work with Patrick Brown. You were lucky you start confident. I never start confident. I know I'm not confident. I was nervous. I struggled my way through that. I too believe it's one of my favorite, and I guess I can't say best performances, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Also too because I was producing, so I had the headache of that. But it was just it's a beast of a character. It's Martin Luther King, and you're working with that material, and then you're working with the kind of director that is Patrick Brown. It was like every day I came, but I loved it. I freaking loved it. I lived for it. but it
I still
was
talk about it today.
a
I was
time.
talking about it like a week ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Always reference it in my CV. I'm like, yeah, I did
With
that.
that. And
Of
then
course.
have you
Delaware.
guys ever come across like clips or videos of other people doing it online?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Me look for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was with them.
You know what? I actually want to do it again. I was actually thinking of how could I do even an adaptation, like a 20 minutes. And then me I say, which part would I find the best 20 minutes? Because all of it is so good. And then
Yeah.
would I want 5 minutes from the party and
Story
5 minutes
hall.
from the part there? I mean, I say, oh, me I gotta connect the part there to the part there so that me have all, like, it's just, Shane, how
What
much time I beg you
you
for
do?
find something like that again? You need to.
You have to do St. Augustine.
St. Augustine. I'm gonna write that down.
You have to talk to God. Is that, hi, St. Augustine, it's me.
St.
Can
Augustine.
I talk to God?
We can't find the play there. Is they
And
online?
the
You
play
know, in
in
mountaintop,
the
but
mountaintop,
Augustine.
the
Oh,
monologue.
Yeah,
you
that's
mean the
me.
phone call to God in the mountain?
Yeah.
Hey, St. Augustine! What up? Yeah. Can I speak to God? What you doing? Oh. There's some forest fires. She had to go make some rain. Uh-huh. Well, when she gonna be back? Well, can you call her on her cell? Because this man is getting on my nerves.
Yeah, you have to do that. That's one like one of the best bits.
Yeah,
That was that
Yeah.
I love that
that
every
was
day.
good.
That bit, and it's long as well. It's a good long time,
Yeah,
and it allows you to talk to multiple people at the same time. And you're like,
yeah,
you want to talk to God,
yeah. I
and
have a
it
few
gives you that. Yeah,
That's a good one. I really enjoyed the back and forth with Dr. King when she was saying, oh, she loves his words, but um when she was comparing him to Malcolm X.
that's
And
it too.
yeah, that's a nice piece. Come, I feel like she just bring him, she humble him in at the moment there.
I know God liked Malcolm X, and you would have liked him too. He didn't drink, smoke, cuss, or cheat on his wife.
And how are you privy to this information?
Like I said, Negro talk strike faster than mine. You ever meet him?
But that's the line. I cannot put it in my spirit for one for bring it back again.
You should.
Right.
It's
Dude,
good.
it's
It was,
good.
and you know what is true when I
Good.
think about it, and I like when we see it, like pictures or whatever of it, I'm reminded of it now. I say to myself, say, boy, the person that I am now and the actor that I am now would do so much better in this role. I just because of my life experience, my soul has aged in a way that
I love that.
me can sit down in a character the car, me understand him struggle some more. Before I was intellectualizing it and had
Mhm.
to approach it from an intellectual level to imagine what Martin had gone through. Still haven't gone through what he's gone through, but having spent some more time in life and my soul connecting with other souls, me know, no, me can, oh God, man, all the conversation there with God, when
Mhm.
him and God start, him start cuss God, because God is look upon him like, yeah,
Yeah.
oh, ooh,
A beautiful piece of
ooh.
work, like
It is.
a Tory Hall, like both. And in all of it, the end, when she's just reeling off all these things and you're seeing the different images, and he's just looking and seeing what she's saying, and it ending with Black presidents, or it's just like to see where we've come and where we are now. It's me for it again. We need
It was a
Mr.
good
Producer
choice.
star.
Was
It
a
is.
blessed choice to make. I think yeah. I really do think it was excellent work.
I do
Excellent
think so
work.
too.
Hmm.
I'll look into it.
Yeah.
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 It's a nice
Yeah.
bonus. All right, so I want to do this before we go. I thought of a little activity. I'm gonna share the screen with you. So the activity is simple. I'm gonna show you guys pictures, and these are pictures. And when you look at yourself in that picture, just real briefly, just because we keep it brief, tell me one word to best describe the version of yourself in that picture. Just one word. All right. When you see yourself in that picture, just one word. Let's go.
Oh, Shayne, where did you go find this? Love. Look at baby pretty.
Can you remember that moment?
I kind of do remember that moment. I don't know what the word, but I know the feeling, and it was sure will. Defiance, maybe.
Defiance. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Wow.
I know this is a loaded one.
wow.
Because the journey to this frack.
I don't think I've looked at this image since
Mhm.
this day.
Wow.
So the word is wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I remember this.
Oh gosh.
I remember
Um,
this. I remember this.
confidence.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is good. Yummy.
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 Oh, by the way,
Oh,
guys, this is mountaintop that we're just talking about.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know exactly what at what oh. Hmm.
This was rehearsals.
This was rehearsals, yeah. Um, this moment, I'd say awe.
Oh,
Awe. I was in awe that I had the opportunity to do this and be a part of what was happening right here.
you were asking if you remember this moment. This is probably when the breathing. I can't breathe, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And I'm like, I don't, what are we gonna do?
yeah.
Honey, I've been known to have that effect on men.
I can't breathe.
Oh my God. Oh God. Oh my God. Did I do something?
I can't breathe.
I did something wrong. Oh my God.
I can't.
Just look at my eyes.
Okay.
Look right here. Michael, just breathe.
I can't.
I'm gonna get you through this. I'm gonna get you through this now.
Um, mm.
Aw, is this for the both of us?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the boobs were boobsing, by the
They
way.
Listen, you
were
were so beautiful, Jolene. And
Yes.
both
right
of
there,
you.
and they're up there. Girl, we step
So you want to
out.
write yourself and gonna do a photo shoot.
So
Pick
We
one.
stepped out. We were outside.
look how you smile, just pretty. Love those
Eyes.
pearls, by the
Oh
way.
my gosh.
You know that your eyes are your like one of your superpower as it pertains to your look. Like
Yeah.
you hide them.
Okay.
Mm. Your eyes, Julian.
Good times. You talking about me?
Both of them. So yeah, your eyes may talk, Julian.
Really?
Yes, they're piercing.
You have the most
Piercing.
like they stand out. They're like nice, big, beautiful eyes, and they look into your soul.
Right
Like
there.
as a yes, as a young director, because I'm going to school for that. As I do my classes and I start to conceptualize and think of the work that I want to do at the end of it, having an actress like you, I can build a whole story because may I say, yeah, I have those eyes. And
Mm.
and that's what writers and directors think of. That's why you see people write scripts for actors is because of things like this. Oh yeah, Julene, all right, I have an actress where when we put the camera away, I'm gonna turn the eyes them just go and they think and write for moments like that. And that's where you have those eyes. Anyways, I digress.
Good times. Good.
Beauty.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow. Shayne.
No, these moments are some of the moments that made me want to be an actor. It
Mm,
is so when you're on stage or you're performing beside Pretty, let me
mm,
tell you something. Let me tell you, there's just this force
mm.
come out far. And I remember this moment, and I always wondered, how did I cry every single time we did this piece? And it's because it's open in my face. She did open in my face. And it just made like it's the thing about you two, and just you all in general, is that every time we are together or we're working together, we always level up because Prinny have home for you. So that means I'm off home for Prinny. So that means it's and you just get better and better. And it
That is what's his name? What's his name was Mountaintop. Every night. I could not relax because I know said Julie, I go come. Like I did not have like something when you do, especially when you do like an extended run of a show, whatever, you get in that little groove and you just all right, you come and you show up and you do your thing. For what this production was and who I was working with, couldn't do it. Cause Julene, I dip on the stage right side of me and come here and come with a force. Both of you are like that. This is what you talk about what she is to you. That's what you are to me in that production. And the same thing with because remember leading up to that in rehearsals, it was Chantal and I most of the time, and then Alwyn and you were rehearsing most of the times in rehearsals and typical
oh,
Brown style, when a time for sure. All right, so you with you, and we're like, what? And it was amazing because what it did, again, in retrospect, because honestly, me kind of like, me I look forward to because that's what I was working with Chantal for literally majority of the rehearsals. And I was like, why didn't do that? But no, honestly, in retrospect, again, as a young director, it brought freshness to the role and to the experience. So I did the groundwork with Chantal and the behind the scenes work, but then just that flip, it's almost like I got a new Camille.
You did.
And she was firing just as much as Chantal, but in a different way. And then the actor in me had to kind of relax and just allow the character to be and react. Because And I think that's what Brown saw, that okay, he's getting into this groove, and him and Chantal have this thing, and them him might do it without even really feeling and thinking. So let me just flip it now, give him Jolene, and now it woke me back up to I had to be engaged. Because you know, I said the line just the same way Chantal did say it.
Mhm.
But you know what I mean? It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I have a word for this picture,
Mhm.
and the word is, and this is gonna be my word, maybe this week, intentional. All of what we're seeing here is all intentional. And when you're intentional about what you're doing, it has become more than acting. And that's why you could have cried, Jolene, and that's why I hate bullies. I've never been a bully, but me bully you
Did. Did.
because
Horrible.
we were so intentional.
Yeah. It was horrible.
It was horrible. I was horrible. And I don't know. I hate people. I hate bullies. I beat them. I trample them. I fight against them. And that's who I was. I had to become that for you
Yeah.
to do what you needed to do. Intention. Yeah, that's the word, intentional.
Oh, this is good time. This is tapestry.
This tapestry.
Tapestry.
I will have much time. So for me, this was fun.
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 It was
Yeah.
fun.
Fun.
And
Oh,
Pretty remember the night?
your wine go down to the ground and splits. Yeah.
what is your
Wow.
word? Quick, we're running out of time. Say a word. Just one word.
Family. That's
Yeah.
family right there.
Family.
So to
Family.
close, I 1 minute left. I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you guys very much. I wanted to end with this picture, because even though I'm not in it, because I at this time I had already migrated, it's one of my absolute favorite pictures, because first of all, this picture is just love. Like
Yeah.
I absolutely love everybody in this picture. I have such a deep history and relationship with every single person in this picture, and it makes me just, when I look at it, my heart just swell, and I know, I look at this picture and I know exactly what the energy here was. I felt it and I feel it looking at it. I
A
love
great
every
time.
single one. I don't know. It's amazing. Even though me, I one of them not talk no more, but you know, it's life. But I still love them. I want the best for them. But yeah, I love this guy. So thank you guys
Thank
so
you for
much.
this, Shayne. I wasn't expecting it to go the way it went.
Neither did I.
Not what I was expecting. But
God.